Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Trending in Ep12. I'm your host, Ben. We are on to another Walking Dead Episode 12, Season 7 review. Well, sorry, guys, this is a couple days late. I don't know why. I started to record a new show and totally spaced out about doing my review that I do on Mondays. So I'm going to get this up today as fast as possible. Also, a quick update about my Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. stuff going on. I found out that my sound wasn't working when I was recording, so my episodes on Tuesday did not get recorded, and so I didn't eat. I was going to start today, and before I started, I noticed the sound was still not working. So I finally have it working. As you see, I'm talking now to you guys, but I'm going to be doing them all tomorrow. I have a pretty packed evening the rest of the night, so I'm only doing 2 Walking Dead videos today. Thursday, you are getting 4 episodes coming up. So you'll have the first 6 episodes of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. coming up on Thursday. 6 episodes, guaranteed, promise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. This is 6, apparently. I'm doing Donald Trump counting. Trump counting, my bad. Yeah, guys, I'm rocking the Iowa Hawkeye Santa hat. Why? Just because I frickin' can. Alright? I feel like it. You don't like it. Well, like, share, subscribe anyway. Alright, so today's review, we're going to talk about some of the things that happened in the episode and my thoughts on them. I have a list written down. When I'm ready to talk about that thing, I'll look over, get it, and read it off to you just to move this along fast. I do not want this to be a too long video. So, were the 2 guys playing golf saviors, and did Michonne and Rick kill them? Well, first off, they were saviors. How do we know they were saviors? Fat Joey was mentioned. Just in case anybody missed that, thought maybe they were 2 regular people. They were definitely saviors. Fat Joey being killed was mentioned in the conversation. Did Rick and Michonne kill them? This is what I've been hearing going back and forth on forums and on other reaction videos and comments and such. And some people think that they just took the things. Some people think that they actually killed them and took the things. Both are very plausible, and there's really no proof to know which right now. If they're ever going to tell us, who knows? We may see later on in the future when we hear 2 guys were killed. So if that's the case, we know that they were killed by Rick and Michonne, which is definitely possible. But here's the reason why it wouldn't be smart for them to kill them. If you're not ready to take on Negan and the Saviors, you don't want those bodies being found. We know how Negan reacts to Saviors being killed. If he sees two of them dead, they're definitely going to come looking for the people that killed these 2. So I definitely, personally, if I was Rick or Michonne, I would not be taking part in killing these 2. I'd be trying my best to steal it, and then of course if I had to, and then we were caught, then I would definitely have to kill them. But in starting first, I definitely would not. I would not be my go-to move would be to kill them. Not at all. So that would not be the direction I would go on that. So do I think they killed them? I think Rick and Michonne are smart, so I'll say no. But if we find out that they did, it won't be too surprising. So that's not the best answer, but I could just say I personally wouldn't. I think the intelligence says that it's not a good idea quite yet. They're not ready for the fight. So another question that's being asked a lot about in this episode was, how did Michonne get in the trunk? Or get out of the trunk. Well, in a lot of cars back then, and not as much cars now, but in cars back then, you could usually push through the back of the seat and crawl right on through. So that's definitely my guess on what's going on, exactly how that happened. This is a different kind of review because I'm just touching on some of the more important things and talking about them instead of just kind of talking going through. Like I said, I'm trying to get this done quick, so I just went over some of the hot facts and want to get over them real quick so I can get this out to you guys and get another video made. The one that I'm supposed to put out on Wednesday is Hot Topics. That's still coming after this one. Make sure to tune in for that. All right, guys. another thing I've been hearing a lot was how Walking Dead redid the Glenn Dumpster scene with the deer. No, guys, that's not at all what happened. Not even remotely close. This kill was meant to make Michonne think Rick was dead, not the viewer. I knew it right away. If you watch my reaction video, and if you haven't, you need to go check it out, and you'll see. I immediately was like, that's the deer. Come on, Michonne, I was rooting for her to figure it out. I mean, I've watched some reaction videos where at first they're like, wait, and then they catch it. I was immediate. To me, they made it obvious that it was never meant to be a Glenn scene. It was meant to be Michonne's reaction. So if you for a second bought in that Rick might have been dead, or that they had done the Glenn Dumpster scene, either one of those, if you thought one of those had happened, either Michonne tricked you, or you're very gullible, one of the two. Either way, if you're gullible, like, share, and subscribe to me, come on, do it. Or else you're going to lose everything. Something like that. It's like a chain letter. If you don't pass this letter on, you're going to have bad luck. But if you don't like, share, and subscribe, you're going to have bad luck. Come on now, get going. Next is the sexcation. Wow. The sexcation of Rick and Michonne. Getting it on. First of all, they didn't really show too much. I actually read one comment, I'm not going to say where, or a person said they were kind of offended. Not that it was a black and white thing, but that they showed too much of their love scene. And guys, you barely saw a side bra. Like, barely. You saw like a little bit, and that was it. And that was for like half a second. Other than that, they were kissing. If you've watched a Disney movie, they've kissed longer than those two kissed total in those two scenes. So, get over it. I think it was well-deserved. It bothered me a little bit that Rick kept wanting to stay, though. I mean, I get why, but hey, you got kids at home. You have shit going on. You know you don't have time. He kept saying, we have time. No, you don't, buddy. You don't have time. You need to get your ass home. Shit's hitting the fan. So, I enjoyed the little sexcapade they had. I enjoyed the little family time they had, and they got to explore their love a little bit. And we got to see like we're shown at its strongest, but that was good enough for me. They needed to get back home and start taking care of business and taking care of those two kids. Okay, next thing is Rosita and Tara. As Tara said, Rosita, why don't we save this for them? Unfortunately, that's exactly what Rosita is thinking. She was definitely rude to Tara, but Rosita just wants revenge. She's not thinking clearly. People are hating her for it. I don't hate her for it. I feel bad that she's not able to keep control of her emotions right now. The loss of Abraham has been tough, and the loss of it's not just Abraham. Just every time, it's just things keep piling on, and I think she feels helpless, and she's tired of it, and she wants to feel helpful. So it's the helpless feeling and wanting to do something. Is it right? No. Should she be acting this way? Obviously not. But she cannot help it. It is what it is. All right, guys. Moving on to the next topic, Rosita and Gabriel. I loved that exchange. Gabriel's like, call me a fool. If I kept you alive, you can blame me. Or basically, if it's my fault you're alive, I have to live with that. Basically saying, you're still here whether you want to be or not. It's easier to be dead right now, but you're not. So what are you going to do with it? While your heart beats, you can still do something to change the situation. What are you going to do about it? While I love Gabriel's words, and I agree with every one of the words he said, my problem with it is I think maybe it might have led Rosita to decide to take matters into her own hands, which we'll get to right now. So, the last scene in the episode, we saw Rosita and Sasha at Hilltop having a conversation, and it was Rosita asking Sasha to go with her to the sanctuary to try to take out Negan, and Sasha agreed only if she could take the shot. At that point, Rosita pulled out this long sniper rifle, this badass long, high-tech, just amazing sniper rifle, and was basically like, you can do it. And now we have those two going rogue, going against the mission, and trying to take down the Saviors on their own. This is not going to end well for anybody. I definitely am worried about Sasha. I was, if you saw my mid-season review and my predictions, you heard me say I thought Sasha was going to die at the end. I'm definitely going to stick with that. I think Sasha is the one that dies, not Rosita. And it's going to be unfortunate, and it will be sad for me to see her go. I saw some people say, well, she hasn't been very important this season. I would disagree. Screen time doesn't always mean importance. How you make of it. And the screen time that Sasha has had, that I believe her name is Siniqua Martin Green. I believe that the amount of time Siniqua's had, she has done the best with it. And I've loved her character throughout the series, and it will be sad to see her go if I am indeed right. I'm not saying I want to be right. I don't want to lose Christian Serratos either. No, thank you. She's hot, and she's a good actress, both of them. So, honestly, I think Rosita and Siniqua, a.k.a. Rosita and Sasha, both stick around. Unfortunately, I don't think that's going to happen. We may lose both, but I think we're going to lose one for sure. There's a possibility we lose both, but I will stick with just Sasha as my prediction there. My thoughts on Rick's speech was really good. I definitely enjoyed his speech. Guys, the video is already running longer than I thought, so I'm going to speed this up. His speech was really good. I enjoyed the point that he got to Michonne. I'm going to fast forward this. The point that he got to Michonne was, no matter what happens with me and you, if we live or die, we can't stop. We have a future for everybody else. We can't stop. We can't give up. We can't be dropping our sword like you did with the deer. We have to keep fighting no matter what. That's the promise I'm making to you. You have to make that promise to me that we will not give up on everybody else if the other dies. Love it. Then we saw the agreement real fast with the you take 20 guns from the scavengers. I think they're going to be a good group and help Rick's group at the end. But part of me, a small part of me, has a little bit of doubt left. So I'll say 75% chance they help Rick's group, 25% chance they turn on Rick's group and help the Saviors in the finale. I think this all would happen in the finale. My guess. Final part, Tara and Rick. How, well, I enjoyed the conversation. We'll see where it goes from there, that's for sure. Well, what do I think what happens? Well, it's a great way to segue. If you want to know my thoughts on what I think happened in this conversation, stay tuned for my next video, Hot Topics, coming out in a little while today. Peace.